Yeah, I've played this game before with this, so I'm sure.
With this though?
Aye, because this came apart awfully easily, this thing. Have you got any pins? There you go. This hole's not really clear out. Not a lot of crud in this hole. Baked crud. Now kids, don't use hard tools like stainless steel needles or hardened steel needles
Don't be doing that.
clean carbs. That's a valved surface. What valves it? I don't quite know. So the fuel comes in this brass pipe here, comes out of that hole there, goes up through the base, in through this hole, into the big gallery here, from the gallery through this hole, out here through a valve, in this hole, through the side, through the gauze, and up to the needle. So this big diaphragm pushes and adjusts the amount of fuel on this side with the needle, which in other carbs is a float. Needles on the side. So this is the supply into the low needle, and it goes through various holes and comes out here. That's your low needle, which is just a hole, and that's fitted through this plate that doesn't come out. And the fuel goes in here for the high needle, which goes through various bits, and there's an auxiliary on the high needle. That's the big brass one, which we can just see in there below the valve.
Hopefully we're picking it
The
up.
high needle, yeah. You can see it in past the throttle, maybe. So way at the back, the big needle. Heavens knows, eh? Tricky to see. So the gauze is clear.
Yep.
All the galleries on the fuel supply side are clear.
Yep.
The needle goes up and down. We've had that out. It's not worn.
Right.
So that should be cone shaped, but curvy out the way, not cone shaped with a step in it. So it's right shape. So this is presumably working, but effectively you set the height of it with this arm. So you can bend the fingers here, you can bend the plate at the back. Too much on it and it will flood. Let too much fuel through to go this side. And then it runs in and you just get too much fuel out. But these holes all appear to be clear, and you can't take the brass out here on the main needle. It's pressed in, or maybe even cryo fitted, so you just destroy it trying to take it apart. But the needles here seem to be clear.
Right.
And the ways are clear, the float's clear, all this fuel side's clear. Yeah, well it is now.
Right. Yeah, you have cleaned it. Yeah. We
So-
missed that.
Yeah.
It's not like Al's just pulled this apart so we can make a movie.
No, I was saying this thing here, this guy here with the two archy shaped bits, those archy shaped bits are valves. They will lift up and down.
Yep.
And this is quite stiff. I wonder
Yep.
This material is quite stiff, so I think this might be,
On its way out.
this is potentially the problem.
Right.
Yeah, so a rebuild kit and replace that guy. You know, one gasket, and then there's the pump, the diaphragm. So this is the diaphragm that goes on to adjust the needle. It's the plate that way around. That plate moves up and down and opens the needle depending on the air pressure
Right.
on the outside. Yep. So this could have stiffened up too much. That
Mate,
could have
I
stiffened
bet
up.
you've cleaned it and it was crud.
Yeah. Well, I don't know.
So quickly.
Don't know. I mean,
Everything else has been tuning and airflow and,
yeah.
you know, but this is with, you know, and you're like, mate, it sang like a song after I cleaned it. It was loving it. And then all of a sudden went from that to within about 10 minutes.
The needle's got to be, I mean, if it doesn't idle, then it's the low needle, that's the problem. If it doesn't rev, then or if it can run, it's the high needle, which, so we can't get this apart. I mean, it doesn't take much to get through that, but it's unlikely that it's made it all the way through. So it's a clearer line through the...
No, honestly, I think all that cleaning you've done.
Right. Yeah, so the needles are different lengths.
Yeah.
Look at that, they're also different threads.
Yeah.
So you can't mix them up.
Good
to know. But I left this on the high side of the tin, so it's the high needle.
better to do. You're safe and sorry and all that.
Yeah, and we'll run them in with fingers. That's the right thread. There we go. Yeah, man. How far in did they go?
Don't know. Al does.
They're going all the way.
There you go. Hear that?
Then they come out by the number of turns written on the side of the saw. As gently as they
There
can.
you go. How to set your carb up.
That's it. That's one turn out for each one. So they're screwed all the way in. Half a turn. That's one turn. Same on that one. Half a turn. One turn.
There you go.
That's your starting. That's the factory positions. Right. Get the bottom on this, get the top on, put it back together. Nothing more
See
we
if
can
it
do.
works.
Nothing more we can do. Put them in the right places maybe.
Right, well, we'll order up the rebuild kit anyway, because it's probably...
15 quid for it.
Yeah. Well, that's only like fucking 75 pence a year since it's up what the saw could have. So.
Well, there we go. Go with the telltales. Use one's gaskets. Watch this, folks.
How to reuse your gaskets. Yeah, listen, at least we're not making new gaskets out of cornflakes packets and things.
It also helps when you put the correct sides in. There's a pin. There's a pin. Screws. Now it's very important when you're doing this that you have at least one fleece on.
Absolutely.
If not two, ideally three.
You'll actually see yesterday that I had to go and change fleeces because I was like, this is not the one I've already destroyed.
Run them all down until they're just touching. And give them, that's an eighth of a turn, if even. That'll do.
That was like 5 degrees
5 degrees?
out of your 360.
12.
Was it 12 degrees, you reckon? A whole 12 degrees of a turn.
12, 20. Yeah, maybe 20.
Micrometer eyes me.
Oh! Fucking dogs. Is that all lovely and clean? That's as clean as it's going to get in this surgical environment. Fortunately there's pegs on. Oh, we can even stick it on that side, right? We need to move the throttle out of the way because that's where the idle screw is. Bite them up, there we go. Is it an axe? That might be, oh, that's the idle. Hold it in place. Check it's all in, nothing sticking out where it shouldn't be. Right, then we can tighten it up. Just a... We've got an air tube. It's coming from what?
Over that side.
It's just an air tube.
Yep.
It's a breather, so we've got wee guides to keep the crud out of the
Yep.
the low needle or the idle screw.
Mm-hmm.
There's two needles and this is the air inlet for that
Right.
float.
And that covers everything
That covers them all.
for protection.
Yeah.
And allows airflow.
Yeah.
And there you go. And
Stir
that
out.
clips into the filter.
And then it goes into the saw that way.
Mm-hmm.
So that, yeah, that's exactly right. That one there goes into the filter.
Like these.
Look at that. Yeah.
And this filter clips on.
So
no,
we've got-
no screws or bolts or anything.
So we've got air filter for the float diaphragm.
Uh-huh.
And there's air filter into the inlet side of the carb. Hey. And there's your
This is
fuel
the
line from the tank.
non-flock fleece filter that we use.
At the point we would get a syringe and suck fuel through the filled fuel tank.
Uh-huh. To ensure that's working.
And clear, yeah, as clear as possible. But it goes in, don't hang up. It's got to go down, yeah. Try and get this in here. Like that. Oh, there it is, see? That's that. That's the front one.
just slipped in.
Then you've got
Not
to
sure.
mess around getting the choke on. Which way round does it go? Which ends, right, so the big hooky ends on here. Like that. And then it's got to go into the regular for here. The lever. This is great fun, isn't it? How do we do it? With difficulty. I'm sure they'll tell you you pass it through the slot first and then you bend it out of the way.
Oh, here. Let's hope we've got 500 comments telling you how to do it right.
Oh, somebody will know.
Yep.
The answer's probably with pliers.
Basically, we could find pliers.
Ah.
But your vice-like fingers got it off.
Yeah.
Yeah, you need fingertip cam.
Yep, you do. Nice fingertip getting it right. Wasn't quite like this. I wonder if this was higher up.
you want me to hold it up?
I go for it. You hold it up a bit.
There we go.
Let's see if I can. Nah,
Oh, Nike.
not getting
There.
out of that. Oh,
There we go. That was just another millimetre higher.
Right,
I don't know if that helped, but that's what we did.
yep. I'll go back. This is the fuel line. Push that down, and on goes the fuel line. And have a wee wiggle of everything
Oh,
wiggled down.
worky, worky, flappy, flappy, worky, worky.
And so choke, so fuel, choke,
Yeah, there you go.
down. And they're tight. Air filter inlet cleaned already.
All nice and clean. Cleaner than I got it, because I never took it off. I just cleaned it on site.
Yeah.
I have this rule, if Alistair's going to fix it, I'm not going to mess about with it beforehand and make it even worse.
Stage 1, stage 2. No, since we've not got a socket and there's a bit
We can get a socket for you if you need a socket.
by the time we find the socket, folks, it'll be on. Oh dearie me.
There's no finding a socket. I find a socket in 2 seconds. I know where they all are.
Yeah.
It's just the time to go and get it from the water.
Aye.
Aye.
Yeah.
There's definitely an 8mm in the water. I might have walked by an 8mm lying in the bedroom floor, but then you'd have to find something to work the socket with.
Yeah.
We have a socket and a pair of pliers.
That's right, folks. The ring's too big to fit.
Of course, they're always too big. It's when you get your grinder out and make your own specialist tooling.
See, I can't even live life a quarter turn at a time. That's how we live life, folks. Not in the fast lane.
So at what point do you think you would have saved time by running away and getting the socket?
Absolutely. Was that before or after you've had to tidy up the extra tools?
Oh, I know.
That's the one. Right. That's right, folks. We don't over tighten things.
No.
Which is all too easy with something. Oh, that's on the floor.
Yes, these
There,
mechanical
right.
leverages.
Stop
Did I
it,
go in the
right.
bag?
No. Oh, no, it's all good. Lovely. Lovely air filter. Oh, folks. And that's this is the keep for the lock and the lid.
Ta-da! Look what the postman brought.
Oh, for goodness sakes.
I know. Well, they said 3 to 5 days delivery, you know what I mean? I did not expect this. Did not expect this. No one expects the Spanish Inquisition or your air filter to turn up in less time than you paid for. Well, since I didn't pay for the overnight 48.
It's even got a part number on it. It might be the proper one. I wonder if it's got the same gubbins on it.
It's the fill. It's the fill.
Look at that.
It's the still fill.
It's got the same
Replacement.
numbers on it.
Yeah.
So that's a drastically different colour, folks. Now, when we're white balancing the video, this is white.
And this is 10, 15-year-old dirty.
Yeah.
Notice it's not getting flung in the bin, it's getting...
Aye, right. Oh, sorry, folks. I'm going down here. There must be a technique to get these in, which isn't. Just jam it in.
Basically, you're doing it.
Oh,
Is that your phone?
that's the watch telling me I'm about to have a heart attack.
Oh. Better calm down, have a coffee, isn't it? Get your heart going. Right, coffee time. Al's going to have a heart attack.
Coffee's the very answer, isn't it?
Absolutely. None of that girly water.
What is that? Get in there. Get in there, eh?
You know, it's the very second the cameraman takes his eyes off the camera, the object puts his head in front of the camera, blocking the rest of the view. That's why you can't just stand there idly pointing the camera in the vague direction.
Talking. Look at how clean that is. Lovely.
That looks like, that's gorgeous.
Do you think this is going to work, folks? We need the tuning needle. We need fuel. So we've not checked the fuel tank. Obviously we've not done any vacuum checks or compression checks or anything on the engine. Which, how old was it again?
It's 20-year-old anyway, isn't it?
And this is the daily saw. How long do they last?
Oh, a year or two. According to the Forestry Commission, they throw them away every year.
I'm not convinced that the carb's the problem, but we'll find out. Hey-ho.
No, absolutely. I mean, you know, it's not
We
its
could
planning for...
even, I was saying we could put it in summer mode. This is a summer mode doofer. In fact, it might even be in summer mode. So you take that out and it lets the hot air from the engine into here instead.
It might already be in summer mode.
I think that's, no, because it gets, yeah, that is, it's a slot. Aye, this turns round to 90 degrees, doesn't it?
Yeah, I don't think we do.
Aye, so
winter
it's
mode,
either a blank or a slot.
because I'm normally in Thailand for winter. I mean, that's one thing that's never really happened.
I thought we didn't do summer mode here.
Oh, is it because it never gets hot enough?
That's the one.
Right. Okay, I knew we didn't change
Yeah.
it.
But that is in summer mode because the slot, the hole there would let the stuff, the hot air through.
Right.
But it also lets all the shite that's all sucked in through to the filter,
Right.
rather than just the air getting drawn in by it.
Right.
So it comes in the gaps around the handle here. That's where it comes in. Does it? There's where the air goes in.
And what's that for in summer mode? Why is that to help cool it?
Yeah, so it overheats in summer mode. It starts sucking hot. Well, it's hot air that gets drawn into it. So it's. If you read the book, it's something like 18 degrees it needs to be above before you switch to summer mode.
So we get to switch.
So that's 18 degrees Celsius, folks, not.
Yeah, which we see maybe
not
if
Alaska.
we're lucky, maybe for 7 days a year.
Yeah.
You know.
Aye.
And usually we don't want to work in them because they're far too precious.
Let's see if the big screwdriver does this. Does it? Oh yeah, it does. The big screwdriver fits. So we can see what we're talking about, folks. We could even have turned this all around so it was light side out. It's going. Here we go. Ah. See? Slot. Not slot.
And that's
all you're dealing
with.
If you clean the crud off it, there's the snowflake.
Oh, look at that.
And on this one, there's the sunshine.
Okay,
So
guys, you've got no excuses anymore. We are actually showing you.
So when you see the
piles of
sunshine,
food.
it's in summer mode, i.e. it's outside. We want it on winter mode because I had
we
to
only-
scrape the frost off the car coming here.
Yeah, we're in March still, you know.
Yeah, everything's in flower.
Yeah, but that's only for the full spring.
Oh, that's
What we normally get now is a hard frost to kill everything
Oh
off
yeah,
again.
absolutely. Therefore we live in, that's right, everything's kind of this colour of green or brown because it's dead. Yeah. Right, there we go. Let's put it into the right mode. This way the saw will heat up faster for us.
Ooh.
Yeah, in fact.
Got it.
You can go for that guy. Yeah, so there we go. Let's put it into. How long does this saw run for at a time? It's not very long, is it?
No.
It does a couple of cuts, then it gets moved. It would run longer if it didn't conk out right enough. It'd get
Well, I don't like leaving it running. I'm not one of them. I don't like hanging it off my belt, running and all that. I like it being able to start like on a pool once it's warmed up, so you can stop and start it.
Right, so this will get us warmed up, then we can tune it up in warm mode. Look at that, folks, we're going into summer and we're setting the saw up for
I mean,
summer.
what's the most it does is, 10-20 minutes maybe without getting turned off if you're snedding or something. 10 minutes tops.
10 minutes. Yeah.
Yeah.
Missing two.
No way, man.
Yeah, there's not one there and there's not one there. That's one way to make it lighter, isn't it? Somebody's going to be drilling holes in the fuel tank
fuck
to
was
save
that
weight
about?
next. Aye. Telling you.
He's fucking blagged 2 screws out of that saw so he can put them in the top handles to sell them as complete saws. That's what's going on here.
That's possibly what's happening. I know where there's spares. Right.
Excellent.
Fuel.
Quick coffee and outside or?
Yeah, aye, sorry.
Hear that? He's broke my saw.